Now usually this wouldn't even be news in normal times, though to be honest in normal times this wouldn't be happening, especially not to this degree, would it? But of course these are not normal times that we're living in. We have the sock puppet conservatives sending the country into the shitter like their name is Labour, lunatic decrees by snivelling shitweasel Matt Hancock, and of course a country full of droning sheeple that actually think their freedoms will return on the 21st of June. Personally, I actually look forward to seeing how badly all of the comments and tweets about the 21st of June being our Freedom Day age. Like I've said before, it's gonna be like fucking milk. Because yep, all of these sheeple saying don't protest, we go back to normal in 3 weeks and shit like that are in for a bit of a shock, I would bet. Anyway, back to this. We have reports suggesting the high street is facing a wave of closures now that landlords can reclaim rent not paid over the past year and a bit. Well, they can reclaim it from the end of next month. This is obviously a situation created by the government when it stopped retail opening for most of the past year, while obviously landlords rightly expect to be paid. Personally, I have some sympathy for both sides in this situation, though mostly with small retailers and people who have put their lives, blood, sweat and tears into their business. Especially when it appears that 2 out of 3 high street shops could actually end up in court over unpaid rent through no fault of their own. This is obviously following the 5,000 businesses at least lost to the pages of history because of this conservative sock puppet government. I should point out that is 14% of shops gone thanks to Johnson and his deranged band of fuckpigs. Personally, I think every government minister and MP who voted for these restrictions should be made to pay the cost incurred on those they've imposed these restrictions on. Obviously, they didn't want to shut for most of the 444 days they said would be 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Now, many retailers apparently knew in advance that the lockdown was coming, but from what I've been told, they have been led to believe that it was only going to be for 2 or 3 weeks, obviously not an entire year as we have seen. Of course, the same is likely true for landlords. They didn't want this shit show, as I said. The government did it, they should pay, and with their own fucking money. You would soon see them opening up the country instantly, I would bet. At the end of the day, they don't mind destroying people's lives, businesses and shit like that when it's not costing them any money. This is, after all, the type of snivelling shitweasels we're dealing with here. But you know what, on that note, I'm actually going to end the video there because there's not much more I can say. You all know the government are a bunch of tossers at the end of the day, the same as every MP in the Houses of Parliament. Now, before I go, remember to check out my website that's linked down below if you have not already, and of course enjoy the bank holiday weekend while you still have some freedom.